Hi, design Groovy Entertainment. Today video, the special video, because today Bobby Sherman had died at 81, and nobody's going to talk about Bobby Sherman. So I thought I'll show all my albums that I got of his and talk about them. And I got all his albums except one. His now here's his first album for 1969 is Here Come Bobby, and you get all these nice songs. You get Easy Come, Easy Go, She's a Lady, She Come Close to Me. I think Easy Come, Easy Go was a big hit. I think it hit #1. And all these other songs probably hit a lot of numbers too. It just Easy Come, Easy Go was on the radio a lot. Even when I was a little kid in the 80s, you would hear that on the radio. So it kind of went far. And his nice record. Now we did play all his songs at one time on my channel about 2021 or 2020 or 2021, and then I got destroyed and got taken down, and I had to take all the music off. But one day we'll have all the music back up again on the third channel, of course. Now, if you have any of these albums, or if you heard these things when you were little, leave it in the comments. It'd be nice to know if anybody else saved their albums or had his albums back in the days. Now, here's a portrait of Bobby. Look at that picture. Now, this came out, let's see, it's not really telling me. It's telling me that his TV show was popular. Here Comes the Bride. But okay, this is from 1971. So his TV show would have either been canceled by this point or had made it up to this point. You remember the big 71 was when they canceled all the country shows. I don't know if his show was part of the country show things or his show before they deleted all the country shows. Now in this one, see if we got any big one. Now you got a remix of "Cry Like a Baby" from the Box Top. He made his version. Let's see. Oh, you got Bubblegum and Braces. That was a big one off his on the radio at the time. So everything else, I don't remember any of these songs hitting on the radios. Now they could had, but when I was little, if they didn't come back on the radio, I would never know. If you heard any of these songs on the radio back in the days, leave it in the comments. This is the only way I can show pictures too, because I don't know how to do all that fancy stuff with the camera. So we're doing record albums. I'll show you the record. Here's some more pictures. These are all the records you can buy back then in the folder album and all that good stuff. Now, like I said, I got almost every record that he made, except for one. Record in good shape. The same stuff I showed you. He did all original stuff except to Cry Like a Baby. I know my camera not gonna show you everything, so I'm not gonna force it on you. Because my webcam only do good if it's bright. That's why I'm shy. That's why I'm doing real good with its bright colors. Using all 256 colors. And I don't want to break any of these because you can't get these anywhere. I got these back in the 80s, in the 90s, back when you could buy a bunch of records for real cheap. And they would sell the old stuff for even cheaper than the new stuff at the time. Here's Bobby Sherman Christmas album. Now, this came out, can't see with my glasses on. Let's see. Oh, they tell me that this thing is lint free. Okay, you get some Jingle Bells or Jingle Bell Rock. You get Blue Christmas. You get all the Christmas songs. I think everybody had a Christmas album because I got a Partridge Family Christmas album on record. Now there ain't nothing on here except the back of this. He always smiled in all his covers. Now he did early stuff in the early '60s, like from '62 up to his first album was '69. I don't know if them songs was 45s or were they not released songs. I couldn't tell you, but I don't know. But if you know if his early stuff was on records, leave it in the comments. I know he did a lot of band, Hotter Baloo. Uh, he did the Go Go something. So he did all them 60 kids shows. I think Shingding. But here's another one. Bobby Sherman getting together. Now this is a fun cover. This came out tonight. Do you think it does? This came out in 1971. And the cover with this is you get to move the side of the album and show all the pictures. Let's see. Look at all these pictures they did. I know it's tough. I'm holding this so I don't drop the record on my foot. He took some good pictures. Yeah. And here's the inside. I don't know why they did it that way. There's some pictures from the inside. Like I said, that's the only way I can show you a bunch of pictures. The easy way. Here, let's see what this guy. The same thing on the other record. They want you to buy a bunch of stuff. If you're a big fan of his, I think he was on Teen Beats. Of course, he wasn't a teenager in the '70s, but let's see what's on this record. Let's see. You got Jennifer. I think this is the one that got Judy, Judy, Judy. Uh, right? No, you got the title song on here. You got Blame It on the Pony Express. That's a remix of another person that sung it. Let's see. No, no song that I could think of that hit the radio. But like I said, I don't know all these songs because I wasn't born in the early '70s. So these songs could have hit the radio nonstop. All they could, and that's why you had to buy the album to hear his music. The rest of the music they didn't want to play. Let's try another album. With love, but I'm terrible at cursive. When I look at the album, the record might tell. Okay, here we go. With love, Bobby. Okay, here we go. Judy, do you love me? It's on this record. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Sun. Let's see. I think it's gonna rain. We got enough rain that we don't want to wish that. Yeah, he got some good hits. Here's some more pictures of him. Now he did stop singing in the early '70s. I think 73 was his last song because he became a fireman in 1974. Then he did a Mercy in 1974 also. See when this record came out, it tells you. Not all records got dates on them. No, maybe the album would tell me. Nope. But here's the album. This one is shorter than the last one I showed you. It don't got that many songs. I know you really can't see what's on the record, but I can hardly see it, and I'm looking at it. And our last record of my collection. And this one is Bobby Sherman. This might be his first one. They got his name across it. Here we go. You get Little Woman. That was a number one hit of '69. You see, This Guy in Love with You. That's a remix of a '68 song. Let's see. And all these other songs I never heard of. Here's another some more pictures of him. Let's see what the inside looks like. Oh, it's another album, a record. Now, on the first record I showed you, I don't. Let's see. On this one, there was a poster of him, a a 3 4 feet poster of him standing up. Now, I used to have the poster. I used to have 2 copies of the poster, but I sold them both for money what, back 15 years ago. Now, too bad I didn't keep the poster. It would have been nice having a poster of him. But if I really want one, I'll be probably go on eBay and get somebody else's copy. Now, if you were a Bobby Sherman fan, the way I was, leave it in the comments. There's probably a whole bunch of Bobby Sherman fans out there. Like I said, nobody's gonna talk about him like this. He might be a forgotten bubblegum singer. You know, if he wasn't if he wasn't really popular, nobody would talk about him. Now I know that Sly that Sly from Family Stone had died, but I wasn't home to do anything about him like I could do Bobby Sherman. And I had like one record, one CD. When I got home 3 days later, people had did what they did about him. So I didn't want to miss this one because nobody's gonna show you one of the Bobby Sherman records in pictures. Or they might say what I just wrote a couple of hours ago. That saying that he just died at this and this. Nobody's gonna go deep into his collection. And if you've seen the TV show, Here Come the Bride from 1968 to whenever it got canceled, all that Mercy episode when he was a doctor, you can leave in the comments also. Let's show this picture because it's the first picture, and I don't want to flip these things around. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Now have a groovy day. We'll have another video coming out real soon.